are we going to go ahead and get overrun by Valgavoth? I don't know. Standard's taking a turn, man. I mean, this new set is a little bit everywhere. We have a couple of cards that we pulled from the new set and the blue-white control deck. A card in particular that I feel like is just a little bit better against mono red. Unwanted Remake. Destroy target creature as controller manifests dread. So that card has actually saved me a lot with mono red and how fast they are. Turn 2, turn 3. Of course, we all know the story, right? And Remake has been doing okay. As soon as it becomes, kind of an issue, I guess we'll end up dropping it and trying to find another answer. But instant speed, 1 white. I mean, it is just... Yeah, we do have Smite, but Smite also only does 3 damage. And, I mean, it's a good card, don't get me wrong, but 1 white destroy target creature is where more like... It's more in the realm of where I want to be against mono red. So we are playing best of 3, and blue-white control again. Good old blue-white control. Yesterday's stream, we went ahead and went through and kind of play tested a bunch of different things, showed a bunch of different decks that I've been working on, and so I had a little bit of fun, in yesterday's stream doing that. It was pretty exciting. For me as a player, I don't know how exciting it was to watch it, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did check it out, I do appreciate it. So, getting into today's deck. So we already talked about Remake. We still have 3 of the 3 steps ahead. It's clunky and slow for the most part. I mean, yeah, I feel like when I cast this, I want to be casting it for 5 to be able to draw, to get the full value off of it. But right now we're at 3 copies. Silver Scrutiny, because of mono black, keeping the cards out of our hand. We want to try to have a card that allows us to get the cards back. So Silver Scrutiny is in. No more lies down to 3, just because once it gets in a later game, I mean, it kind of loses value. Went ahead and went with more spot removal in the way of Not On My Watch, which we have 3 copies of. Exile target attacking creature for 1 and a white. Again, more like mono red concerned there. Get Lost. Of course, everybody knows that card by now. 3 copies of Silex for all the blue-white artifacts decks, which I still see. And then also Boros tokens, which is still pretty prevalent in the current meta as it stands. It also allows us to search for a Planeswalker. I did have 2 in the original version of this deck, but we upped it by 1 just because of all the shenanigans and nonsense that are going on in the meta. We needed something to destroy everything on the battlefield. Union of the Third Path, again, we need to be able to draw cards, which is great. We also need to be able to gain life, and, Union of the Third Path comes in the clutch when you're in those situations where all you need is another turn or 2 to be able to come back and win the game. Split Up is another card from Duskmourn that we're trying out. Destroy all tapped creatures or destroy all untapped creatures for 1 and 2 white. I think that's going to be huge, especially because of Valgavoth. And then Temporary Lockdown, we're still running 3 because of all of the tokens decks, as well as, there's new aggro that's been added since Duskmourn released, and all of the talents that are out there that are really annoying to deal with. We at least have 3 Temporary Lockdown in there to take care of those particular cards. Jace the Perfected Mind 4F, everybody knows this card, don't really have to go over him too much. We're going to try to mill a little bit today. Sunfall, we still have 3 copies of Sunfall in our main. As far as the land base goes, I didn't want to get too off track from our colors that we need, so this is pretty much just a bunch of 4-ofs. Restless Archive, Seachrome, Demolition Field, Waste, and then Plains and Island all at 4, and then 2 Archive. In the sideboard, we have an additional copy of 3 Steps Ahead, 3 Rest in Peace for all those decks that are trying to cheat in creatures and play off of Graveyard Strategy. Then we also have 2 copies of Long River's Pool for additional counter spells, as well as 3 negates down here. Tishana's Tidebinder, just 1 copy. And I feel like, you know, against like other control matchups and things of that nature, I might go ahead and throw that in. Just depends, you know, if there's something that we don't quite have an answer for, being able to throw a Tishana's Tidebinder in there, or even as an additional way of, you know, winning the game, an additional win con for us. Exercise, this is another Duskmourn card that I feel like it's pretty good. It is sorcery speed, which I'm not a huge fan of the sorcery speed removal by any means, especially being a control player. We'd rather just, you know, instant speed remove something, have her play a land and pass on our turn. But with all of the enchantments that everybody is playing, I would rather pay 2 than 3, of course. But it's just a trial. I kind of like the card. Just 1 and a white, exile target artifact, enchantment, or creature power 4 or greater. Which again, this would be so much better at instant speed, obviously. It'd probably be a rare if it was, right? But it is a card from Duskmourn that I really wanted to try out. And I'm sure we're probably going to replace this with something at a 3 cost later on. Again, we already went over 3 negate. You know, there's a lot of reasons why we like to run negates for up against, like, you know, the control mirrors, and especially against mono black with the talents that they're running, and Liliana's and Golgari now, you know, running the Vraska and talent combo where they just kind of one-shot you. Beza, another way to gain life and get a little bit of advantage. I was gonna put Beza on this main board, but I think in the side is going to be okay in best of 3. We'll kind of see how that goes as well, play that by ear. Additional copy of Sunfall on the sideboard for all the mid-range and Valvagoth nonsense. So, we are going to go ahead and jump into some games. I hope you guys are having a great day. It is very rainy here. And I was wondering if I was actually going to be able to stream because it was just extremely stormy today. Alright. Best of 3. Here we go. Be good to us, Arena. That's all we're asking for, is just be good to us. Give us a rabbit stack to play first. Artane in the membrane. Yes, waiting on my opponent. Very nice. Well, could be better. Game 1 against Artane with a grip of lands. Of course, you also want a grip of lands as a control player. Maybe not quite so much of a grip. And it looks like we've got more of an aggro hand here set up against what looks to be mono black so far. Gotta love these owl sleeves. Okay, well that's good news. Another swamp and pass. Still so far so good. Sure. Go right ahead. So they're actually Golgari. They were waiting on a forest, I guess. That was kind of slowing them down a little bit. I think Golgari means Valvagoth is is in there somewhere. Well, thank you so much. Okay. Draw a single card. Well, that's something. Play an untapped land. It's always nice to see a counter spell. I actually might end up going ahead and putting more counter spells in the main. What you doing now, Obadiah? Got anything good, Obadiah? It reminds me of when you play Sparky. You got anything good over there? Do we want to just draw some cards or get this thing out of here? I feel like we don't want to... Yeah, okay. Let's do this. Let's just get it out of here. Might as well, chap. Might as well. Well, that's nice. Another untapped land. Hopefully, we can go ahead and Silver Scrutiny. Aww. Well, let's play it now. Just keep tapping that button for as long as it'll let me tap it. Try to draw all the cards under the sun. And yeah. I just felt like they were gonna take the, they're kinda on that unwanted remake, but I'm sure they're gonna take the Sunfall. They got to. Yeah. But of course, I just felt like they were gonna take our draw spell. Yep, hit me for a whole one. Yeah, might as well draw a card, I guess. Well, let's see. Probably just lock down the board. And again, like I've been playing so many different decks. Sure. Why not? Go right ahead. But I've been playing so many different decks in Standard, and you know, as soon as Duskmourn dropped, I kept playtesting, going through so many different decks, so many different builds, building different things, and just went on a rampage just building. Oh, okay. We're probably just gonna unwanted remake this one. And blue-eye control just, you know, I mean, it just does a little bit better, you know, than the most of what I've played. And it's not like I'm playing some kind of janky version of anything. But blue-white in general is just, it's been really cool, especially since Duskmourn came out. There's a bunch of different varieties of it now. Between control, artifacts, aggro, mid-range, there's a lot of different blue-eye control builds. Are they gonna go ahead and drop the Dread Knight? If they do, they gotta know the temporary lockdown is coming. They're down to one card in hand and a Dread Knight over there on the side. Probably want to do this now, honestly. So then we can just lock everything down. Well, that works too. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, pass the turn. So far, so good. Dread Knight, sure. Making a fish. That's a hard choice, because, I mean, what do we use the demolition field on? We have spot removal for this one, so I guess we take this one out, so it's not so annoying. I think that works just fine. Just fine. Prep plans. What is the single card you have in hand? Man, I wish we were on discard. That'd be wonderful. So, throw this down, take these out. Of course, they could have enchantment removal, having green, you know, so that's always a potential. You play a lockdown, they could have the, definitely have the removal for the enchantments. Another cottage. Okay. We need to get some cards in hand. So I guess we'll just make both of these creatures. Go ahead and take one of them out with the cut down, sure. Might as well try to pump it one time. There we go. Now we're good. Be able to fill our hand back up. That's always nice. Of course they have a bat. Oh, they got rid of it. Well, that's good news for us. I'll take it. I'm not a fan of Deep Cavern Bat. Of course, as a control player, I guess you're just not, you know, a fan of people taking cards out of your hand in general. We'd rather play what we've got. Okay, so we can draw 6. Might as well do that. Cool. Demolition field for the cottage over there. And it is awkward, you know, having the Silex in hand when you've got the temporary lockdowns in play. Now if we only had another lockdown. We could play Jace and +1 on one of these guys. Let's go ahead and get rid of the other cottage. Yes, we would like to take action. Yes, I understand. Bristly Bill's gonna give him a counter. So, how many cards do they have in the grave? They have 13. Okay. Might as well. So 2 can give another counter. He can double the amount of counters on something. This goes to 1. Gets another 2 counters, 3. So they would still be able to knock him down to 5. We're gonna have to +1 the Dread Knight though. This is one of those situations where like soul partition would be extremely clutch, just being able to pop the lockdown back to her hand and replay it. I don't think it would be a good idea actually with the Deep Cavern Bat. Yeah. Go right ahead. Attacking the Jace for 4? Yeah. Why not? Let's see. If they have the removal for our anchorage, they probably do. Let's let it happen.
Outwitted me. Impossible.
Then it would just be losing an anchorage and Jace taking a couple of hits there. Let's see. Ooh, well that's pretty good. Alright, so archive to see what we got going on up top. Meticulous archive. Another demolition field, I presume. Well, would be nice to see like a sunfall. I mean, that's not bad either. We're probably gonna need it. No, we're gonna toss it though. It's a catch-22. Alright, so let's see if Jace will live. We'll go ahead and +1 on this again. We'll try to block a couple of the damage, hopefully. And then unwanted remake when they go to attack. I think that would be a pretty decent plan. Aw, we did need the demolition field, didn't we? Sure. Sure again. So, go ahead and let him attack. Of course, this would be really good against this guy. I think first we do this. Yes. No problem. Make this a creature. And then we could counter draw. I think we probably should counter draw. Well, we'll take a damage. I did it kind of quick. And get rid of the island. Get rid of Bristly Bill. Okay, so we have a couple of pieces of spot removal here. Do we want to lock this thing down? How many cards? Excuse me. How many cards? So they have 17. If we -2, we could actually get some cards drawn here.
No secret escapes my grasp.
Wow. Okay. Pretty sweet. Yeah. I guess we could discard the Silex. So now at least we have answers, not on my watch, and get lost. We could counter this thing. We'll let it happen. I'm kind of scared, to be honest. I mean, there's a good potential that they have some bigger creatures. Of course, next turn I think we're just going to mill them out anyways. Maybe I will just go ahead and counter this thing. Get rid of his talent. Sunslayer. Counter that as well. Okay, are you attacking? Not attacking. Okay. Let's just go into our turn. No need to be extra fancy with it. Mill you for 3. Take that.
In time,
Take
all
that.
will witness Phyrexia's truth. All your hopes and dreams
All right.
were for nothing. Phyrexia showed me the truth. Flesh will always lose. Retreat is the
So
sensible
20
action.
cards goes to 5.
I will shatter your mind.
And one, so there's Vraska. So that was the one-shotter, along with the talents. That's kind of what they're after. Okay. Okay, cool. So going into sideboard here. I mean, Demolition Field, or Temporary Lockdown, sorry. Temporary Lockdown definitely was clutch in that game. Silex is a little bit awkward. Of course, with the talents, we kind of want to... of course, we could throw these in there, too. Silex can always come in the clutch. We could drop down to 2 of these, though. Not on my watch for the creature lands. And no more lives. Let's see. I did like remake in that matchup. That was pretty awesome. I don't know if we want to make like a bunch of crazy changes. We'll put another Sunfall in there, I guess. Or maybe we go down 2 of these, put a couple of these in its place, and then maybe I do want the other Sunfall in there. Maybe we take out another Silex and throw another Sunfall in. We'll just do that for now. Because I don't know what's in their sideboard, so that's like the tricky part, is like, yeah, you can sideboard for what we just saw, but what are we expecting to see, you know? He's got 15 cards in there as well. I'm sure they've got things for the control matchups. So just kind of like, you know, we didn't really have too many issues that game. Well, this seems pretty good. So I just felt like there's not really a whole lot of things. Urza Silex was kind of awkward in that matchup, so just felt like going down 1 or 2 was okay there. Okay, just going ahead and playing it, that's fine. Yeah. Of course, we don't want to take a whole bunch of damage while we're trying to cast our Long River's Pool. Let's see. We could... We don't really want to destroy this. We more so want to make sure that this is out of the way. So counter the Preacher, get hit for 3. Wonderful. Let's see. If we do cast another Long River's Pool, I'd rather not take a pain. We could get this out there, which I'm sure they've got Planeswalker removal more so in their deck now, so I don't want to just throw Jace out there and let them sit if we don't have to. Which it would be nice to be able to +1 on this thing. We get hit with 3 again, sure. Because otherwise we just send it back to their hand and then they get the draw off of it. Sure. They're gonna do it anyways. Let's see if they'll go ahead and play the Dread Knight. There we go. Now we've got 2 targets for our lockdown. That's awesome. Yay. Take a pain. Why not? And I'm sure they've... I said it before, but I'm sure that with them playing green that they've got ways to get rid of these enchantments. So wanted to throw their 1/1 in play. Do we want to go with Jace now? I don't think so. I think we'll give it another turn. They really wanted to get their Rainbow Troutfish into play. Duress. Duress is just such an annoying card. I guess we'll go ahead and counter it. And yes, we gift them a card. And the one thing you want to do as a control player is you want to make sure that they are not drawing cards. But I guess when you're a mill deck, a mill control deck, I guess it's okay. Okay, yep. Put 2 counters on your fish. And 2 creature cards, so return creature. Yep, okay. Silex. Should have taken the other one out here too. I mean, maybe. Because we can still search for Jace. Alright, let's go ahead and get one of these in.
I've already read your thoughts. You won't stop us.
Down to 31. 2 Jaces, so let's see what they got in the graveyard. 2 Jaces will finish out this game. I don't see that they made too many different sideboard decisions. Yes, and also a really cool way to get more cards like out of their deck by having them manifest. Okay. Down to 28, they have 19. Could go ahead and play this. I know they're just gonna end up getting these Dread Knights back. if they destroy this, which we'll see if they do or not. Sure. This does also make us sacrifice lands. So they'll end up losing one land, we'll lose a land in the process as well, but we can go ahead and try to find a Jace. I think they're probably better off activating their Restless Cottage here. Yeah. 7 takes us down to 5. Okay. Well, we couldn't quite get out of that one, and that's fine. So, I think we want to just take the other Silex out. And, we can throw this in. Let's see. Definitely want to keep those in. Unit of the Third Path would have been really nice to have seen. And of course, like, the spot removal is really good for the creature lands. I still wouldn't mind having, like, an additional counter spell or two. So maybe we throw in No More Lies here. More negate. Not so much, I guess. I mean, it could come in the clutch. Beza would be okay, I feel like. I just feel like we gain more life off the Union, but of course this would give us a body to block. We're gonna run with this, actually. Okay, Artane. Did you throw in more duress? Yeah, we're gonna play first. We lost, we're gonna play first. Lockdown, a couple of scrutiny. Would be nice to have more early interaction, for sure. We do have the demolition field, which, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of like foreshadowing how the game's gonna go a little bit for us. Gonna have to have that demolition field there, sir. Start off with an anchorage. Ooh, man. Would be cool. Here comes the Great White Bat. No, it's just Deep Cavern. Yep. Hello, old friend. Take the lockdown. Don't dilly-dally. Take the lockdown. There you go. At least we have a couple of different ways we can start drawing some cards. That's nice. Another bat. Nah. Or do, well, yeah, nah. Nah, I'm sorry. I know, they're trying to draw out my my counter spell. I get that. But nah, I can't have you taking my stuff, Meteor Bat. Now here's the question. Do we want to go ahead and mill them 15 cards? Or we hold up draw spells? I think we hold up the... That's a tough one. I think we just hold up the draw spells. Bronco. Sure. What else are they doing? Dread Knight? Ah, talent. Okay. So let's draw a couple. Okay, at this point, we might be able to race them as long as we get to keep all the Jaces in our hand.
I'll take note of all your failures. Retreat if I will shatter your mind.
I doubt we're going to be able to keep all the Jaces in hand, to be honest. Okay, cool. We actually might be able to keep all the Jaces in hand. Oh, but they just drew a bat. Okay, 31 cards. We have the win in our hand. Okay, let's pass the turn. Man, this is so hard. This is tough. If we only had one more mana would be amazing. So maybe we take out the bat. Oh wait, no. It does have Ward 1, so we're not going to be able to take out the bat. Well, okay, let's, because I was thinking about taking out the bat and casting the lockdown. Let's pass the turn. Pillage the bog, sure. So bat, no more lives, it is. So then they double the amount of counters on, oh okay. So Bronco's gonna hit us for 4. Moment of truth. So did they play the other talent, or did they use the map tokens? I hope they play the talent, because that would be that'd be sweet for our temporary lockdown. Oh, well that's nice. Let's lock everything down. Okay. So another talent, sure. Level 2, sure. Level 3. And goodbye. Ooh, that's nice. So we have 5 lands. They have 27 cards. They have 20 cards in their graveyard. Yeah.
Surrender your mind to Phyrexia's will.
Might as well just go ahead and knock him out here. or get some more cards in hand. Either way, we could Jace or Scrutiny, so let's just go ahead and do the -5. Okay, so down to 12 cards, so we have the win in hand as long as they don't make us discard anything. Okay. Sweet. Play the Vraska because they don't have the talent. They would have one-shotted us, so I'm so happy. There we go. And we got the win. I'm really happy that they weren't able to one-shot us. Played around all of their discard stuff. That was really sweet.
I will shatter your mind.
And there we go. So that was pretty intense there towards the end. But like I said yesterday, like I doubt we're gonna be able to get to Mythic this season. Yeah, always have fun. But we are still pushing to see, you know, like at the very minimum, I'd like to get the Diamond. Did spend like this past season just going over some different decks and just play testing for the most part and trying out some different builds. And ooh, whenever you cast an instant or a sorcery spell, create a sorcery roll. Yep. Splashy Spellcaster. If only. I mean, that is such a cool name to waste on an uncommon card, right? It is such a cool name. Splashy Spellcaster. Looks like a Harry Potter scene. Straight out of Harry Potter. Alright, so jumping into another game. Let's see what we come up against next. Golgari, that was a pretty cool matchup. I was honestly expecting something a little bit different than Vraska combo. Noble Knight AR. Well, typically, normally, I don't keep a 2-land hand, but since we do have the Meticulous Archive, I feel like that could help set us up, plus we're on the draw, so maybe we just go ahead and keep this. We do have removal, a counterspell, more removal, and a win condition, so I mean, it's not like the most terrible thing I've ever seen in my life. Wow. They really milled down, didn't they? And of course, both of these are tapped lands. Isn't that wonderful? There we go. Perfection. They didn't play anything on turn 2, so that's good for us. So far, they're on Sultai. Could very well be 4 or 5 color. Oh, this is Domain. I gotcha. Well, we don't want that to happen, because maybe they're stuck on land. Get that out of here. Let's see. We could play a Jace and just mill them for a little bit. On the next turn, if we have an untapped land. I don't want to take any pain to cast them. It would be kind of cool to get them out there early. Urza Silex is a very good card against Domain Ramp, by the way, because the only removal that they really have for it exiles it. So then we can pay 2 and find Jace. Even, you know, that's perfect for us. Leyline Binding, I believe. Okay, so game 1. I'm sorry, buddy. You didn't even get a chance to play there. I still feel like being on 4 Jace is going to be fine. Some more counter spells, I think, are going to be... We don't necessarily need to have Remake. I think more so we want counter spells. Another Sunfall would be cool. I mean, Split Up is a great one, but the only real time that temporary lockdown comes in the clutch with Domain Ramp is when they put all their rhinos out there, make like 5 tokens or so. I mean, the spot removal would still be good. I just think that counter spells is going to be more so what we're going to want to be doing. Of course, they do have Cavern. They do have Cavern. Let's go back to this. Another Sunfall. I think maybe we go Sunfall instead of Split Up. Let's try that. Because I was just thinking like, oh yeah, we want to be on counter spells, but the fact that we saw 1 Cavern, I'm assuming that they probably have all 4. And of course they use Cavern for their angels, so that we can not counter their angels. Their flying angels of yore. I don't know. Let's go ahead and mulligan. Alright, a demolition field, cool. Anchorage, cool. Couple of anchorages, cool. So, we keep 6, we ditch the bird, and we go. Jace a Perfected Mind. Of course. Oh, well, how about that? Take him again. Sure. Why not? Keep Harvest? I presume. Oh man, just duress the heck out of me. Why don't you? Yes, take everything. Take everything. We're okay with it. Which one do you want, buddy? You thought I drew another Jace? I'm sorry to disappoint you. Down to 3 cards in hand. Ooh, the Stone Brain. Well, dang. Yep, destroy my enchantment. Take the Stone Brain back. They're gonna try to grab Jace. They're gonna get rid of all of my Jaces. Wah, wah, wah. So maybe we should have went more counter spells. Well, after this game, that's exactly what we'll do. Alright, well, pass the turn. I'll go ahead and crack the Stone Brain for Jace. Yep. So we should also put Beza in here. So more counter spells than Beza, I feel like would be okay. No more lies? Really? Okay. Weird? What? Unless they just, you know, have a couple more Stone Brains in their hands. It's a very good card, by the way. So pay 2 comes in, pay 2, tap, sacrifice it, exile Stone Brain, choose a card name, search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for up to 4 cards with that name and exile them. That player shuffles, then draws a card for each card exiled from their hand this way. They can only activate as a sorcery. Thank you for the card. They know we have the Not On My Watches in hand, so I don't know why they would attack, but whatever. Yeah. Archive. Perfect. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Let me get some water. Yes, you may play your heaped harvest. No problem. Get rid of their cottage. Oh, but then that's gonna shuffle. Should have waited. Why did I do that? Such a big mistake. I'm just sitting here like la 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 la. You know what? I could decline. Ha ha ha. Saved myself. Of course, I did not get the land, but hey. But hey! It was a mistake, and I guess that kind of makes up for it. Yeah, sure. Heaped harvest it is. Cool. Pass. Sacrifice, grab another land. Yep. Gain a few life. You know, it always baffles me how, like, Domain Ramp does so well, because you would think that, they would just get, like, completely just smacked around, you know, by mono red. Like anything that's really fast, I really don't get how they do so well in the meta. I mean, yeah, they gain a few life off a harvest, and then once it gets to a certain point, you know, they're able to throw Atraxa down. I mean, that's fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's a mystery. So, Demolition Field. I guess Demolition Field could be okay. Do we want to Silex now? We could, well, let's do it. Let's go ahead and do it. Because if they do have the ley lines binding, and then they go ahead and flash it in to take, oh, I see. You're gonna negate it instead. Cool. So search and grab a land, gain another 3 life, down to 42 cards, 1 card in hand. Okay, sure. Okay, well that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and attack in with Anchorage. And we'll just leave all the lands in hand for now so we can gain some life. Sure. Gain all the life. Draw a card. Got anything good over there? Noble Knight AR? Okay. I mean, we could always do this at instant speed too. Let's go ahead and... let's do 1 now. Okay, that didn't get us anywhere, did it? Let's go for it. Yeah. That hurts. Ward 4. Toxic 4. That hurts. Pass the turn. See you later. Okay. Go with... Oh, but wait. Oh, okay, cool. I thought it was like a demolition field or something, and I was like, oh no. I just threw Anchorage to his death. Alright. What do we do now? Might as well activate these. Try to get some more counters. Sure, another card in hand. Why not? Ooh, I like that. Let's see. Yes. Pass the turn. That way we can go ahead and cast our Union of the Third Path. Of course. Traxa, 36 cards. So 2 lands and an enchantment. So when the Traxa Grand Unifier enters, reveal the top 10 cards of your library. For each card type, you may put a card of that type from among the revealed cards into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. And even though they have the one cavern, we would have been just fine if we would have ran more counter spells this matchup. And here comes the Stone Brain. They're gonna go ahead and activate it for Jace, right? Resolve. Are you gonna go for Jace? Sunfall. Okay. Well, isn't that wonderful? So Jace, we are at, what, 28 cards, okay. Huh. They're at 30. So they have the negate in hand as well. And I want to kind of get rid of this thing, but I think we get rid of this. And I think we do this now. So next turn we can go ahead and Silex. Depends on what this thing is, and of course again they have the negate in hand. Might as well be a little bit annoying, I guess. Okay. I'm just really surprised I didn't take Jace. It just really confuses me. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, to be honest. They had the stone brain. They saw that we were on Jace. I don't know. So do they play the Jace now? I'm completely tapped out. There's nothing really stopping them from milling me a couple.
Phyrexia showed me the truth. Flesh will always lose.
Okay, +1, sure.
Beyond your comprehension.
So they have 5 lands open, but they don't have any blue sources open for their negate. What is that all about? Okay. Wait, where's the one? Ah, here's another blue source right here. And okay, so they do have 1 blue source. So I guess make this a creature. Use one of these. So get lost. And they still have the blue source from the cornucopia for the negate. Okay, let's pass the turn. We're still not completely out of the game. I mean, there's still a chance that we might draw into a counterspell ourselves or draw into, like, a Silver Scrutiny and get our hand filled back up. I would definitely love to be able to drop this. They only have 2 blue sources between their basic and the cornucopia. So I just gotta get them to get that negate out of their hand. There's another blue source. Okay. So let's see if I can draw out I was trying to bait them away from that negate. Hey, what's up? Yes. Yes, I do.
Acknowledge me. Surrender every last thought to Phyrexia.
Alright, so let's see. If I play it now, they're just going to negate it. We are down to 12 cards. They could have another Jace in hand, and if they do, we're kind of done anyways. Down to 24 cards. Well, let's go ahead and see if they get the negate out of hand, because if we draw into Jace, then of course, like, we don't really want, we don't want them to try to negate it. Okay, so did they have any creature lands? They do not have a whole lot of creature lands over here. At all? A big 0? What is this thing? Oh, I see. Okay, pass the turn. 22 cards. There it is. Good game. Alright. So, going into sideboards again. We're definitely... I mean, Silex is cool to have, but we're definitely going to... I think being able to destroy things like as they enter, as opposed to using the Not on My Watch, would be a little bit better. We definitely want some more counter spells. And they didn't like the fact that we had Sunfall, so it's like everything that we have is kind of like annoying to them, which is really cool. We'll just take out all 3 of the Not on My Watch this time. Do this. So, more counter spells. Shauna's Tidebinder. We could use Beza, since we know that they're on the Stone Brain. I would rather have 4 Jace than 3. Lockdown does hit a couple of other things. What if they do make the tokens? I mean, we've got a couple of different ways to try to sweep. Maybe we go down one of these and put a Beza in. Okay. Of course, Exercise would be pretty good at getting rid of the Stone Brain. Well, running out of time. So I guess this is going to be what we go with for now. Had I had more time, then I probably would have put in Exercise. Alright, yeah, we're going to play because that's what we do. Keep 7. Absolutely. A couple of counter spells, a couple of Jaces. Of course, they are on duress, so having Jace in our opening hand isn't exactly where we want to be. Hopefully, we can just... Okay. So their first land is off color. That's cool with us, because I'd rather them not duress us turn 1. That was probably a dumb idea to play the Demolition Field, but of course I don't think they get a land off of this. So they pay 1, tap, sacrifice, Volatile Vault, destroy target non-basic land an opponent controls. That player may search your library for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield. They do get a treasure token, so I mean, I guess that's okay. And we already know that they could potentially be on the gates. So we're not going to try to just throw Jace out there. Okay, I think we are going to take that out. Get rid of Cavern. Oh, what do we want? I didn't even look. We got 2 white and 3 blue. So, temporary lockdown. Plains Island. They haven't played anything yet, so I'm assuming that they're on counter spells themselves. As soon as they start tapping a little bit of mana, we will feel a little bit more comfortable. Spelunking. Lands you control enter untapped, and they gain 4 life. Play a land card from your hand, put a land card card from your hand onto the battlefield. I mean, there's other things that we could counter as opposed to this, so yeah, sure. Another white. That's good news for us. Oh my gosh. Well, we might as well try to race them. I honestly don't,
Surrender your mind to Phyrexia's
I don't see another way of going about this. We kind of have the win in our hand.
none of this
Down to
calculates
33.
one thread, and your entire mind.
If they do Stone Brain here or something ridiculous. Duress. Well, let's counter it. Hopefully I don't have another Duress in hand. Plus that was their only black source. Oh, they negated it. Yep, we got 2 more Jaces in hand for you. And a Harvest, okay. And what, a Stone Brain? Up the Beanstalk, sure. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better. So now we can play Jace and hold up a counter spell. So 30.
You won't stop us.
Might as well take it, right?
Your victory. Surrender every last thought to Phyrexia.
And then with him playing up the Beanstalk, hopefully they just draw themselves out of the game. The Stone Brain, sure. You know what? We'll counter it. You got another negate. Yeah, pulled the land out of your deck. That's good. A Sunfall. I'm sure they've got removal for our bird friend over here. Let's see. So 1 Jace in the graveyard. I'm sure they probably have 2 Jaces. I think most versions of Domain Ramp have 2 Jaces in the main. So that's what I'm assuming. So they got 13 cards in the main deck here. Let's see what happens when I go to try to attack in. You're gonna Vault? Sure. Of course. Okay. Attracts, triggering up the Beanstalk. Okay, get some of these cards taken off the top of the deck. Okay. So revealed a Jace. Breach. Breach is a good one. Negate, of course. Down to 5 cards now. Ooh. So 8, and so that'd be 15 damage right there. They have a negate in hand right now. 15 damage between these two. Five cards left. If we only had one more land, I guess we Sunfall now. We can't really take the damage. I guess this... Okay. Negate there. At least that gets the negate out of their hand. I'm hoping that that was the only one. So that triggers... They get a 3 cards. Okay. Up against some real monsters here. So it looks like we're gonna have to do this. Of course, they could breach. They could potentially mill me on the next turn, so 10 cards would be like 30, the 33, and then another 15, and then another Jace. It'll be close. But we have to do this now. Because it also drops him down to 6 lands. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Pretty even. Play a land and pass. So now they have 2 cards. Do they have another dinosaur in hand? That is the question. Another Tyrannex? Is that what you're saying? You have another Tyrannex Rex? Okay, play Breach. We have 33 cards. They're down to nothing. Oh, and Tyrannex. Good game. Okay. Well, if it was just Jace, but of course Tyrannex as well. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that they found the other dinosaur. If it was just Jace, we had that game. We would have passed a turn and they would have lost because they milled themselves out. So that was a pretty good one. Cool. I'll take it. Alright. Jump into another one. So of course these games, like, they are pretty intense for the most part, you know. When you're talking about best of 3, it always is. Best of 1, I mean, it can be, but, and of course, like I always talk about how intense best of 1 is, but when you're talking about making the sideboard decisions, and, of course, like, both of you already know, having a general understanding and idea of what's coming up, what to expect, right? 15 cards in the sideboard, doesn't really change the deck a whole lot, and of course I say that, but at the same time, we're on the draw, we have plenty of land, we have a draw spell, and removal. I guess we'll keep it against my better judgment. But I used to have a Jeskai tokens deck that essentially didn't have any creatures in it, but then when I would sideboard, it was 15 creatures that I would actually bring in and substitute. So when they would take out all of their creature removal, I'd bring all my creatures in, and so it was a pretty awesome back and forth mind game. Again, with the card draw. We need some early interaction, is what we really need, and I really hate to toss this. Of course, you know what, let's leave it. Also, against my better judgment. So I think against this deck, we're going to want Rest in Peace. For sure. Okay, I'll be trying to keep in mind like what we should take out. And of course, like temporary lockdown is good against Founding of the Third Path, so I don't think we want to make that call. Who's gonna mill the 4? Me? Is that the question? Are you gonna have me mill the 4? Extra humor? I didn't think so. Alright, so far, We don't have too much to worry about, I guess. Yet. But all three of the Rest in Peace are going to have to come in out of the sideboard after game 1. Veil of the Forgotten. We have 7 cards in there, so now what do we have anything else? Okay. Well, we see a Jace, that's nice. Might as well play the Seachrome now. So exile, yep, go ahead. Do it again, sure. Okay. What is this one? Tide of Terror. Yep, mill some more cards. Omniscience. This is kind of silly, but I was actually thinking about drawing 1 card. It's a little bit too silly though. Of course, and that's the reason why I felt like I should have, because I kind of felt like my gut was telling me, hey, you're gonna draw into a land. Are you sure that's where you want to be? We'll go ahead and pass. Now, we can draw a couple of cards here. One or two from your hand. Yep, we don't have anything we can do in response, so we definitely need more counter spells for 1. We need the Rest in Peace for 2. Okay, mill again. We got Atraxa, we have Squirming Emergence. So now they're gonna cast the Squirming Emergence and go for what? The Atraxa or one with the Multiverse? Probably one with the Multiverse, if I had to guess. Down to 29 cards. Okay, we'll draw a couple. I kind of assumed that they were going to cast it. We don't have the counter spell in hand, of course they don't know that. And they could very well have a counter spell in hand for us. Down to 28 right now. If we mill them, then we're just helping them out. Whereas we could because who knows like what kind of monster we're going to release upon ourselves if we decide to mill them right now. Alright, so we're going to pass actually and get rid of a waste. So they want me to mill 4. Sure. Now they know I'm on counter spells. So let's see if they'll let me draw a few cards. Get more cards out of here. They do have 19 in the graveyard right now, which means we could potentially draw into another Jace. Atraxa again, I like it. Down to 24. Another founding of the third path. Okay. So 1 blue mana, 24 cards here. The question is, do we want to play the Jace now? I mean, it would take us 2 more turns to, it would take us 2 more turns to be able to play double Jace, of course. So, I guess we just go ahead and do this now.
Phyrexian's plans are already in motion. Knowledge I pull one.
So take him to 9.
And your entire mind unravels.
Then maybe we just, because I don't want them to have a counter spell for this and attack in with Atraxa on top of everything else. So I think we just do this now. And then hopefully they throw Atraxa back into play, and they don't have much of a deck left. Sure. Make me mill. Well, we got another Jace. So Jace was really close. That's kind of sad.
For the sake of Phyrexia, I will keep watch.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. That was my own.
I will shatter.
Now, how many
your
Jaces
mind.
ended up in there? So there's 2 in the grave. They're down to 6 cards in their deck. Okay. So I guess they could bring... Can they bring Jace back? I'm sure that they can. Standard sorcery. And then this says return non-land permanent. Okay. So if they play another Squirming Emergence, we're gonna need to be ready. Let's go ahead and throw this in, pass a turn. We definitely need to be ready against Squirming Emergence. And I'm really excited to see how Game 2 is going to go with all the Rest in Peace. It's going to be pretty fun. You may cast the copy. Okay. Auto pay. Do they have a counterspell? No. Sweet. We'll get rid of a waste. Because what else do you do with waste? Garbage. So they're down to 5 cards. Down to 5. Extra humors down to 5 cards. So I think on the next turn, if they don't quit here, we'll archive into our next play. I'm sure we're going to end up drawing a land, knowing our luck. So we have 2 Jaces in the grave, still 2 Jaces in the deck to find, and we're down to 17 cards. So chances are that we find a Jace are pretty good. The chances that we get the win right here are in our favor. So they were going to try to mill us the rest of the way by playing the Squirming Emergence and trying to find another Jace. And little do they know, a little bit of foreshadowing, little do they know that we have 3 Rest in Peace waiting for Zim on game 2. So if you let the time run out, I guess we don't actually go to sideboards. I think it just grants me the win for both games. So, I guess I'm going to go ahead and grab a drink of water. While they take a break, we shall too. Okay, so they are continuing to play. We got 5 cards here. We could go to get the Silex down to find the other Jace. We want to try to see about finding a counterspell, so maybe... I don't know if I want to do that just yet, though. Archive and see what's on top. If it's a Jace, I guess we win the game here, because I don't believe they have the counterspell. Would you just let me surveil one? Come on, extra humor. You can't let me surveil a card? Just let me look at a card. That's all I'm asking for. Just let me look at it. Let me look at it one time. Come on, man. Just let me look at the card on top here and see what it is. Oh, never mind. Okay, well, yeah, I kind of figured if they let time run out, we just get both wins. Well, not doing so bad. I mean, out of the 3 games that we've played, I mean, I feel like we should have won the second round as well. It was just, man, was that a close one. Alright, so, jumping into another one here. Now, that would have been so much fun to actually have been able to go to sideboards and throw 3 Rest in Peace into the main. And as soon as they saw the first one, I mean... I wish I was sitting across the table from them, right? And just see the expression on their face. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Man. Of course, running 61 cards in the main. I guess that's why you typically see a 2-land starter. Opponent is going first, and we are on the draw, but my gosh. This is not where we want to be. This is not where we want to be at all either. But I guess we could just get rid of one of the lands since we have all the land in the world this time. So it's either one extreme or the other for us this game. Isn't that great? Keep 6. Yep, and we'll go ahead and get rid of... I don't know. We could get rid of whatever. I mean, let's get rid of a basic. Okay. We could have started off with Archive, but we'll wait a little bit here. I mean, and we would have found a Jace either way, so that's cool. So a 2/2 Zoyoa Lava Tongue. Death Touch. If he descended, each opponent may discard a card or sacrifice a permanent. 3 damage to each opponent who did not. Well, I don't like that too much. Let's see. Archive here. We don't need any more land. Pass. So we could. We're holding up Unwanted Remake, and I'm not too big of a fan of this guy. I'm also not a big fan of Skin Ripper. So Skin Ripper is 3 for a 3/2 with Menace. Sacrifice another creature or enchantment. Put a +1/+1 counter on Skin Ripper. At the beginning of your end step, if you sacrificed 1 or more permanents this turn, then Saw Blade Skin Ripper deals that much damage to any target. Definitely not a fan of this card either. So I feel like we're definitely going to want to have some more counter spells when we go to sideboard. Pay 2 and sacrifice. So let's see. I think we're just going to get rid of this one now. Of course, that is going to give the Skin Ripper something to sacrifice. But either way. Wow. Okay. Let's... we should have played the untapped land so that we could have played that the following turn. Because I was wanting to do this, so I'll still do this. But man, it's going to be a little bit slower for us. Unless they just have the card in hand that destroys it. Balloon? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we definitely needed to have the untapped land for the following turn. Oh, we got it. Well, that was lucky. And of course, they do have a creature land over there that we need to be careful of. Okay, get rid of a land. So 1 Jace would get them to 20 cards in their graveyard. Two target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Wow. And Solve the Lost. How cheap. Return up to 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. If this spell is bargained, you may put one of those cards, 4 or less, onto the battlefield. Great. So 9. Attacking for 11 here. And we need cards in the hand.
Kapaz, Imasahak.
Let's just do that for now. Okay, another land it is. A whole 1. Okay, throw this down. Ooh, man. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Attack us for 8 at least. And if they descend, do another 3 damage, so that would be 11. That's tough. We kind of need an answer, so that helps us try to get there. Okay. So I feel like Rest in Peace is going to be good for this guy too. Non-creature spell, you may discard a card and draw a card. So that's going to be descending, right? You descend each time a permanent card is put in your graveyard from anywhere. So do they activate Restless here? Attacking me for 2. Well, let's see. See what happens. Can we block the Lava Tongue here? Or are they just gonna kill it? Okay. Resolve. Yep, yep. And now Sylve Lost hit Jace for 2.
Impossible.
Take 3 damage, I believe. Oh, so we get a choice, so that's nice. They're at 45. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to... Because they have the win. They have lethal next turn.
I know where to find all the answers.
Now that's an 8-9. If we found... Okay, so Jace for 3. If we found temporary lockdown, that would get us out of the mess temporarily.
Emotions are distractions. Focus on the facts. I will clear.
Okay, we didn't find it. Alright, so now we go into sideboard. Let's see. We'll take these 3 out, actually. Put in these 3 things. Lockdown would have been really good there. Of course, our sweepers are going to be good either way. And then, of course, like, all the spot removal. I mean, that's not a bad call either. Rest in Peace. I just feel like that's going to be good in this matchup. We might throw at least a couple in there. And gaining life and drawing cards is also good. Take Remake out. Okay, put these back in along with the Beza. What else? I mean, Jace is good at keeping them... Well, I mean, it's not good in some other ways. Sunfall? Alright. So I really wanted to do all three, but of course, like, they're not exactly just relying on their graveyard, like a graveyard strategy here. But I do feel like it's kind of warranted. Removal, counter, sweeper, 4 lands, we'll take it. What kind of sleeves are these? Oh, okay. Ren, I believe. Ren and 6. Okay, so creature, artifact or creature. We should have started off with the other blue, but that'll be okay. Warehouse Tabby. A tabby cat. Whenever an enchantment you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, create a 1/1 black rat creature token. Pay 2, and it gains Death Touch until end of turn. Well, there's a reason why they have it in there, so let's get rid of it. That's the thing, there's always a reason why they have certain cards, like, you wouldn't think much of Warehouse Tabby, but... I don't think so. So if we could find a rest in peace sooner rather than later, that would be wonderful. Pass a turn. Not on my watch. Very nice. So counter and draw a couple of cards, and hopefully we find a rest in peace. That would be sweet. Obviously, but of course, what are the chances? Do I want to counter this thing? Not necessarily. So, fear of missing out. Fear of missing out is 2 for a 2/3. When fear of missing out enters, discard a card, then draw a card. Delirium, when fear of missing out attacks for the first time each turn, if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, untap target creature. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase. Cool. Well, Restless Anchorage it is, I guess. Could always keep it in hand, too. I mean, we already kind of know that this card is coming, potentially. Let's just go ahead and sweep now. of this in case they make us discard a card, because now they're kind of like, they have to play a couple of things, and now they don't think we have the Sunfall in hand. Okay. So, when it enters or attacks, mill 4 cards and return a non-avatar creature card or planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. Alright. Bargain Flying in Haste. Okay. Should have held the counterspell up, is what we should have done. Okay, Braids goes back to the hand. So the mistake was not holding that initial counterspell up. That was rough. So Realm Scorcher Hellkite is going to come in and bring the noise. We have 5 lands in play. We can try to block the 5 coming through. Okay, let's pass. Try to block the 5. They probably have removal for my little 1/1 artifact dude. Okay, so they attack again, bring another creature. Yes. Souls of the Lost. We should have probably brought in all 3 Rest in Peace. That would have been a good call. Okay. Gotta get rid of both of those guys. Didn't really have a choice there. They're gonna play their hasty Beastie Boy. Absolutely. Okay, that's good news. See if they go ahead and tap out for something else ridiculous here. Sure. Sacrifice another enchantment or creature. If you do, draw 2 cards. I guess we could let this happen. Sacrifice another enchantment or creature. I mean, this is a 2-mana creature. Actually, let's just counter this, because we can lock down the following turn. Okay. Cool. Alright. So here's Rest in Peace. So I think we could lock down... lock down this turn. The following turn... well, we're gonna need the 2 white. So actually, we could probably just do both. Because we're not gonna be able to hold up no more lives. Let's see what they play here. Okay, yeah. Dang. Should have waited. We could have blocked with our token and waited a turn. And now we're done either way. Good game. Alright. Well, made a couple of mistakes on that game. That's fine. It'll have to be. Oh well. Of course I haven't played against that, not making excuses, but I haven't really played against that deck a whole heck of a lot. And of course it's all about like the sequencing of things. We're gonna play one more game. We are at that a little over 2 hours now, and like I said before, like I'm just trying to keep everything at about a 2-hour stream time. And of course, like best of 3, I feel like you kind of need that amount of time anyways to get a few games in, which that's all we've been able to get in within that time frame. And this is gonna be awesome. So, last game of this particular stream and this particular arena that we're in is my favorite one. Opponent is going first, so he's on the draw. And unfortunately for us, we have a 2-land hand again. Good news is that we do have some cheaper removal. That's it's too risky. And of course, this isn't any better. Alright. Well, I think we have to keep all of this early stuff. Unfortunately. We gotta get rid of our draw spell. Well, we drew a land, which is nice. We'll take that. Really? 2 for a 3/1 with Ward 2. And it's a common. Wow, that's just a little annoying. That's a good card. That's a very good card. Common. 1 and a green. A 3/1 with Ward 2. Okay. Well then. That is rough. Alright. What else you got? We're at 4 mana now. Let's go ahead and let him attack. I mean, we could try to get rid of it, but I have a feeling that he's probably got a way to protect it and be even more annoying, so, let's see. Might as well get him off the field. Waste a temporary lockdown for him. Of course, like, I'm sure that they have, again, being green, they gotta have an answer for it. Okay. Well, let's get rid of you. I don't think so. So I don't know if you guys can actually hear that or not. I do have I do have some noise canceling and some noise suppression in my settings for my mic settings. But if you can hear the dog barking, we do have a little min pin. His name is Pippin, just like Lord of the Rings. Let's see. I guess we just passed a turn. Peregrine Took. Again with the Bone Horde. Whale. Do we want to unwanted remake now? Nah, we want to wait. He is really out there yelling at somebody. Island. Sunfall this dude? Yeah, let's sunfall this dude. And turn the TV off. Cause why not? Why not? Oh my goodness. Go ahead and unwanted remake, I guess. So 3 cards in the graveyard.
I'll take note of all your failures.
Actually, we could block with the token. Let's -2 and try to draw a card.
I know where to find all
Okay.
the answers.
Fair enough. Go ahead and attack in, why don't you? Activate. They probably got the removal, but we're still going to try to block. Okay, sure. Shock Jace as well, to ensure that he goes away. Oh, I see. Get a little boost from your friend.
I will iterate on my performance.
All right, Minecart Daredevil. Not a bad looking card here. Another common. Are they seriously playing Pauper? They they are, aren't they? No. For the most part, though, like, what is with these commons? Like, okay. I'm like, wait a minute. There's no way these other, yeah, no, Terror of the Peaks, but it's kind of like there for a minute, I mean, what is with the commons? We could get the face down one out of the way. They're gonna attack for 6 here. So we do this, and then maybe we activate... I know it's my go, thank you. Minecart. You know where my mind goes when I see anything to do with... When I see minecart, I go Minecraft. Let's see if they've got the removal for him too. Okay. Awesome. Now we're in a good spot, holding up a counter spell. Draw a couple of cards off of it. Maybe just get rid of a Silex. Okay, a lockdown, that's good. Another Jace. Okay, so Jason minus, I guess, here. They have 37 cards. I guess we're just gonna -2 and try to get another card in hand. We could really use a Silver Scrutiny here, that would be perfect. Of course not. It's like a half pauper deck where it's like nothing but common. Here we go again. So a 4/2. Could just make him a 1/2. Make him a little 1/2 minecart daredevil. Seems pretty happy in the back of that cart. Goatman driving in the road van. Got to take him to the next town. Huh. I guess we do this and try to block again. Hopefully they don't have the removal. Scorching Shot, and we don't have a way to counter that, so sure, because they've got plenty of mana available. And we can't counter that, but we can temporary lockdown on that, so that's fine. This is such a weird deck, to be honest. It is just so strange to me. Sure, exile them. We don't rely on graveyards, but I know you get the +4/+4, okay? 4 or more cards exiled with them. We got the temporary lockdown we can drop on them. Ooh. Well, we might have actually just won this. Go ahead and drop the temporary lockdown again. +1 here. Hopefully they don't have anything with haste. We can still hold up no more lives. Okay, cool. I guess we just minus here.
Retreat is the sensible action. Surrender every last thought.
Now they're down to
Phyrexia.
16, so we'll let them go into their turn. Draw the card, and then we'll win on the following turn. One damage to me if I draw a card? Sure. Needlehead. Yeah, sure. You're just gonna beef this guy up to high heaven? Why not? Stenta. Go ahead, Stenta. Beef him up. Okay. Draw. Well, this, I don't know what to make of this thing. Like, it is definitely weird.
Phyrexia's plans are already in motion. A minor setback to Phyrexia's plan.
And that gets rid of his
I will shatter
library.
your
Pass the
mind.
turn. But I mean, I'm not wrong, right? I mean, that it was just such a weird one, man. Such a weird one. I didn't really see like a whole lot, I don't think, in the way of artifacts and enchantments. I think it was mostly just creatures that we were up against. I mean, for the most part, they have that really annoying guy in the beginning. I think I'm just going to do this. Take these 3 out and put in the counter spells. Additional counter spells, and call it. I mean, we didn't have like a whole lot of trouble dealing with that deck overall. So I think we'll be okay. Alright, so game 2, some removal. I mean, that's not too bad. Could go for like a counter spell or 2, but I mean, this isn't terrible. Of course, if they end up playing the other dude with 2 for a 3/1 with Ward 2, that could be a little bit troubling. That card is ridiculous for a common. It is ridiculous. Alright. So, turn 2, a 3/1. Oh, a Rebel Belt. Well, that's fine. We can handle a Rebel Belt Maverick, I hope. Okay, so we have 2 Jaces. So we have 2/3 of the win in our hand, I guess you could say. Alright, so Maverick, turn 3, what do we got? Tapped land, gain a life, 3 cards in hand currently. It's just for a whole 1. Okay. So weird. That's just so weird. So you're gonna want us to death. Then you're gonna toss your dragon to the side. 4 cards in hand. I mean, we could go ahead and try to get 16 of their cards in their graveyard now. Or we just wait until we get to 8 lands and then double it up. Alright, let's just pass. I think that's what we do. I think that's the plan. We just kind of like hold a little bit. Let him attack with this one Rebel Belt Maverick over and over again. Hold the removal for the bigger things that we're gonna have issues with. Okay, go to 30 life. I like that. Yeah, and pass the turn. But there's land 6 and 7. I wouldn't mind playing both chases on the same turn. Of course, like, why would I mind? Oh well. To each their own. Really? My turn again? Well, now it's a no-brainer. We play one Jace now.
I've already read your thoughts. You won't stop us. None of this calculates. I
34. One Rebel Belt over there. Okay, what's... So they the happy minecart daredevil. This dude. Terror of the Peaks, Rebel Belt. It's like the same thing, man. I don't think they have a sideboard either, so... I mean, and again, I mean, I guess that's not fair to say, but... It's just, what is this thing? What is this deck? Oh my gosh. We're done for, guys. We are so done for. Yep. Attack us for 1. No problem. I mean, I'm sorry, it's just... For A, what is this? B, how'd they make it this far? And C, what is this? I mean... This is... Oh my goodness, it's so ridiculous, man. Oh my gosh. So we have 7 lands. Do we want to wait for the other one? I mean, we could give him another turn and just go ahead and temporary lockdown now. And I'm sure, like I said before, like, they have to have the enchantment removal. Luckily for us, they didn't have it during the end step, but of course, like, what would they have done for 1 mana? I love these candles over here. Of course, you can't... Can you blow the candle out? No, but you can cause some smoke. That's... Oh, you can. You just have to hit it a few times. Each opponent sacrifices an enchantment. Okay, sure. But do you want them back that badly? Yes, Surveil 2. Get some more cards off the top of this deck. Go ahead and put 2 cards in the graveyard for me. 1 time. No? Aw. Another one. Okay. So maybe we get lost and make them use the map tokens to get through their deck a little bit more. Oh, and we could also unwanted remake. Well, let's do this. Sure. We'll get rid of one of them. I feel so bad. I mean, I just really... I don't know what this is, guys. I don't know what kind of deck this is. I mean, obviously it's red-green. It's Gruul, right? Gruul deck. But that's about all I'm really getting from it. So you need 2 cards off the top here. Let's pass the turn. Once I get those 2 cards off the top, then we're just gonna go ahead and play both Jaces and mill the rest of their deck. This is just... I'm sorry. I feel like a bully. Okay, let's go ahead and force a couple of cards off the top of the deck here. Yeah, Ward 2. Yep, we'll pay it. No problem. For 1 white at instant speed, I mean, you really can't beat Unwanted Remake. 1 white, instant speed, destroy target creature. I mean, yeah, they get to manifest a 2/2, but now they're at 29 and perfect. That's the perfect milling area to be in. Alright. Doing anything else? No? Okay, we're also gonna do the same thing here. Okay. I just don't understand. Like, let's take a look at the graveyard again. So, Outcast Trailblazer, Rebel Belt Maverick, they have the dude with the Ward 2, Minecart Daredevil. I mean, Terror of the Peaks is good, you know? Bone Horde, I guess. I mean, there's not really like a whole lot of synergy, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it was just a dude. And hey, congratulations for making it that far, because I think, honestly, this just looks like somebody threw together a deck out of what they had. And, you know, I've done the same thing, so... I guess I can't really say too much. So we have all 8 mana that we need now, and we are going to cast both Jaces.
For the sake of Phyrexia, I will keep watch. A more efficient solution must be found. Surrender every last thought to Phyrexia.
And this one's gonna hurt a little bit, but of course we're at 27 lives, so hey, whatever.
I've already read your thoughts. You won't stop us. The knowledge we acquired is still valuable.
And they're gonna let the time run out? Okay, well, we'll just take a look at the deck again while you decide. Oh, okay, they let it go.
And your entire mind unravels.
And there it is. Again, like, I don't know. I felt like I was beating up on it a little bit there. That was a little bit rough. And again, like, yeah, we didn't get to, or we haven't yet, should I say. We haven't yet gotten to Mythic. We are currently sitting at Platinum. And of course, like, I took the season just to kind of, like, jump into some different formats and try a couple different things and kind of, you know, I guess, like, show you guys kind of what I've been doing over the course of the past 5 or 6 months, you know, before I just decided to jump into streaming. Showing you a couple of different formats that I'm interested in. We did actually jump into a couple of them. And yeah, I think getting back into Standard a little bit, you know, best of 3, I don't really see a whole lot of mono red. I don't understand why though, because honestly, with the new Leyline of Resonance that they have, there really shouldn't be an issue with them, you know, taking command of best of 3 as well. I mean, best of 1, they kind of get in there, throw the ley line in play, and they get the job done. I feel like they could do that in a best of 3 scenario as well. But luckily, we don't see a whole lot of mono red, nor do we actually, I haven't really come up across too much mono black either, to be honest. And especially on, like, on this level, you know, but we're still going to try to shoot for diamond before the season ends, if nothing else. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for catching me live if you did. And of course, my videos do save as VODs on Kick and YouTube. You can find me at either one at Volition Reigns. I do appreciate the support again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share. Definitely, you know, let some other people know what we're trying to do here, trying to build up a channel for Magic the Gathering, of course, right? But anyways, hope you guys did enjoy Best of 3. I think we're going to jump into it again next week. Again, Tuesday through Friday is kind of the plan. That didn't really happen for me this week, but that is always the plan, Tuesday through Friday. And we're going to try to get more into a realm of that 3:30 to 5:30 if it kills me, I guess you could say. But again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. I hope you have a good night. See you in the next one.